Hello there. We are live.
Hello. Welcome to a new adventure.
Start of a journey.
Start of a journey. A day that is going to go down in the history books, for certain.
Do we have a host?
I think it's just all three of us.
Just co-host? Nut.
Well,
Well,
I'll get us started off. So welcome to the Huddle for Warmth Podcast. I'm Jacob.
I'm Will.
I'm Josh.
And this is essentially a podcast about nothing, at least for right now.
Literally have no idea what we're doing here. We're just going to kind of run with it.
We're going to talk and hope that people care to listen to three white dudes talk.
I mean, we do have the beards and the glasses to back it up.
Exactly.
That does help.
Yeah.
So how do we want to kick things off?
I think we give quick bios on pretty much just about everyone here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna get
Get an idea of who they're listening to.
Well, as I stated before, I'm Jacob. I'm a musician. I'm a gamer. And when I'm not doing anything fun, I'm a salesman. I play in a band called the Baseless Chaps.
Yeah, I would
That's
like to know
pretty
more
cool.
about your job. Like what you actually do.
It's not
It's very riveting,
interesting
right?
at all.
I've been friends with you
Besides
for how long.
sales
I
rep,
have
yeah.
no idea where you work or what you do.
I think we were playing Twitch one day. I think Mikey was asking a bunch of questions. Like, holy shit, I've lived with you for a year and I never fucking knew any of this.
And I'm Will. I primarily work retail, which is no fun at all. I just started at Micro Center. I actually start tomorrow.
Congrats.
Computer nerdy shit, and that way kind of get a little bit of funding for a little bit of cheaper stuff in this podcast.
Hey, get them.
Josh has me down as cracked at Fortnite. I figured my name was Will, not Justin, but
Hey, I figured it out, you know.
I think you can also turn yourself up a little bit, just looking at the levels.
I'm Josh. I do residential HVAC work, which stands for heating, air conditioning, and ventilation work. I install ACs and furnaces for people. So it's pretty.
You're a token blue collar boy.
Yeah,
you also take fat dumps in their toilet.
I do, and I hope the water runs after the fact.
After the fact.
Yeah, there's been once where the toilet wasn't working, so I just grabbed a bucket.
Isn't it? I was on Facebook last week, and I'm in a group called "Looks Like an OSHA Violation, but okay."
I've seen that.
And so we, one of the things was a lady had posted a sign on her bathroom door that says, "This is not for any of our technicians or anyone working on our house. This is for private use only, not for you guys."
It is the best when you go into someone's home, they're giving you the tour. They're like, "Oh yeah, here's a bathroom for you to use." I'm like, "Okay, I don't feel bad now." Free reign.
Let's just hope they have a little bit of Febreze in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The worst is if there is no bathroom in the basement, and then
Do the walk of shame?
no, you just go to your truck. I haven't pooped in the truck yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
You're still young.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'll buy an extra painter bucket eventually. Get a couple bags.
Jesus Christ.
Hey man, it's a long 11-hour days sometimes, you know. DoorDash and McDonald's and
Oh,
Yeah.
friggin' McRib.
McRib is back.
McRib
We
is
both
back.
had one. What'd you think? You just had one before the show.
See,
Thoughts and opinions?
I've had one before, and the big issue I've had is it always slips out of the bun.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Bun's
sauce
not big
on there.
enough.
Like I get lost in the sauce. Like sitting there, I'm lost in the sauce, and then it just slips. I'm like, this is no fun for anyone.
Have you had the Speedway version of the McRib?
I have not, but that sounds absolutely terrifying.
Hey, Speedway food is not to be knocked, boys. Their pizza,
See, is it like Speedway Cafe, or is it
Yeah.
frozen pizza that they just like leave in the case?
Oh, I mean, they're frozen. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
like the one by my house has the actual like cafe.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in, you order your food, you go
Oh.
and you check out and pick up your food at the counter afterwards.
Oh.
It's kind of like a Subway kind of deal, but pizza from there is way different than that frozen stuff.
Oh, I get the frozen stuff. I'm not bougie at all.
I know Josh hasn't. Have you ever been to Sheetz?
Sheetz, what is that?
It's like it's essentially a fancy gas station That's
like the
more
UDF,
so. It's
right,
more so
in,
along like the East
Pennsylvania.
Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of it's better than UDF.
Wow. Coming
Well,
from
like,
a
well,
Ohio
hold
boy.
on, hold on.
Whoa. It's big.
UDF's like big thing is like ice cream,
Yeah.
but at Sheetz it's like an actual restaurant inside the gas station.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
Kinda
it's
like
got.
Buc-ee's. You ever heard of Buc-ee's?
I haven't heard of Buc-ee's, but I would take a shot in the dark and say yes, they are similar.
So Buc-ee's is actually a big chain. My brother lives in Texas, and so there's this big chain of gas stations. They're actually opening one in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They're also opening one in Warner Robins, Georgia, but it's like comparable to a Costco at the size. I think last I checked.
Like, you had my attention. Now you have my intriguement.
So their Bucky the Beaver is their main like mascot, and they have like a whole merchandise section where you can buy clothes and stickers. So yeah, they just actually opened the Warner Robins Georgia one, but I want to say that they have the last time my brother talked to my brother, he was talking about it, and there was I think 100 pumps. 100 gas pumps at each location.
100?
100. And so they're just...
Oh my god.
All right. So when you guys pull up to a gas station, you just run in inside for like your energy drink or your gum or whatever. Are you pump? Are you just parking at the pump, or are you parking at a spot?
Am I getting gas?
No.
Then I'm not. I'm not parking.
Oh, I'm a piece of shit. I go to the pump.
Oh, you're one of those
Yeah.
people.
Okay, I drive a Ford Transit though. I got this big bus.
Okay, so it's the blue collar in it.
All right, it's all right. I guess it's different if like you're doing it in your work van.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm in my car, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's much more convenient to pull out of those.
Absolute dirtbag of a person.
Hey man, if it's busy, I'll go to a spot. I'll go around the corner, park away from everybody. But if it's not that busy, yeah, I don't care.
Now, do you park in like the sketchiest location with your work van? Like if you park around the corner?
Oh man, like so I probably
Like,
nobody.
Peek it out from the bushes a little, scare a couple people there.
Oh, 100%. But like my van doesn't lock all the way, so like every day, like I have to. If anything gets stolen, I have to break one of my windows. So like to file an insurance claim. Like 100%.
Imagine walking up to your boss and you're like, dude, like,
I don't know what happened, man.
He took my tire. He just broke it, man. Like I don't know what happened.
See, when you lose your work iPad, like you just.
That's in my apartment somewhere. I don't need it. They don't know about that though.
I mean, we can just go punch out your windows now.
Could.
Better yet,
Does-
let's just go
does-
punch out
tomorrow?
Jacob's car window.
I'm sure he has some tech goodies in the trunk there.
Tech goodies?
Hey, new follower at
We're
Carino.
getting a bunch of followers. This is crazy.
Let's see what we got here.
What is up? I can't read from far.
So that's Jesse
Jesse.
is in here.
Jesse in the chat.
We also have Jack. He's one of my buddies from UC. And yeah, a couple new people.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it just
Yeah,
me,
welcome to
or
the first
do
edition.
gas stations feel even grosser in like the times that we're living in?
Like I feel like they've always been like disgusting, but like you just kind of ignore it because you're like, I just want to get in, I want to get out.
I mean, I love the dirtiness of gas stations. Makes me feel at home a little bit. I'm like, these are my people.
You walk in and they're like, same cigarettes as sleep.
Yeah, just like, hey, Cowboy Killers, yes sir.
Yeah, saw a thing on Facebook. Yeah, boomer me with Facebook. It's, the bond between you and your neighborhood gas station clerk is second to none.
Oh, 100%. I go to the
Sometimes-
Shell every morning. I talk to the same lady. Yeah.
Sometimes you're closer with your local gas station clerk than you are with like your own family. Like you tell them like the day. Yeah.
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 And it's a little free therapy for you,
Yeah, people at Speedway by my house, when I would go in for midnight shifts at the good old Smart, they'd be like, night shift again? I'm like, yep. And they're like, same energy drinks? It's like, ring me up for 5. I'm like, I need it. I need it right about now when you're pulling
Shoot, so
midnight to 8:30s.
Did you see that Speedway sold, by the way? The 7-Eleven? Yeah. So what are they going to keep the name, or are they...
I think what last I saw was they're going to keep the name and they're going to keep like the branding, because rebranding businesses is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to be a Carl's Jr. and Hardee's kind of thing. Where they're owned by the same holding company, but they're completely different entities, because like 7-Eleven, if I'm not mistaken, is complete East Coast and then to the South. And then Speedway is kind of mixed in a little bit, but it's also its own region. So I think they're going to try to keep that as close as possible to the same branding. Obviously, they're going to probably put some marketing in there under 7-Eleven brands instead of Speedway LLC, which they were before.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I just hope that we've got a Speedway right. We did have a Speedway right down the road from us, and now it's shut down. And now
you got 2 abandoned gas station buildings.
2 out of 3 of the gas stations on a single corner near us are shut down. And
Live right off a highway.
Everybody's only option is to go to the Shell, and like Shell has never been my go-to.
Yeah, like Brandon's saying right now, the rebranding is crazy expensive.
But none of us are finance majors or gas station clerks.
Major, though.
Brandon actually runs the signage.
That's right. Yeah,
he runs signage and different marketing materials for different retail stores. So he's definitely a little bit more experienced with that kind of stuff than we are.
We need to add him as a guest for a show.
Yeah, I just hope to God that whatever whatever the plan is for 7-Eleven and Speedway, I just want another gas station back open at the corner.
Just go open your own.
See, you need money to do that.
Beautiful.
I need a loan.
Beautiful business model. You go down to Cincinnati. You go out to Mason or something like that. Siphon gas out of people's cars.
Man, my Honda, just like, I never drive it. It's my weekend car, right?
Yeah.
I'm missing gas like every week. I'm like, who's stealing it?
It's this guy.
Probably. It's like,
he's sitting there.
Siphon gas, put it in the barrels, and then drive door to door, and then there's people like, we'd like to sell you gas.
You walk out there one morning and he's just sitting there with a hose and a gas can. He's only getting like 10 gallons out of the whole thing.
I know, it's a tiny ass Honda. Like, come on, steal that out of my truck at least. I don't pay for that gas.
Stop stealing those gas, bro. We gotta put that. We gotta put that into that.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Thank you for this beautiful apology.
So gas station talk, riveting
stuff. Gas station talk.
All right, so. What have y'all been up to this week? I don't know. I haven't talked to you a whole lot this week, Will. What have you been doing?
I've been sitting in my room. Last night I watched
furiously masturbating. Yeah. Okay.
No, I've been
Confirm
watching.
to your first.
Last night I was watching. So DreamHack was hosting a Fortnite tournament.
Okay.
And it was all on West Coast servers, so it was really weird seeing all these guys from the East Coast playing on a West Coast tournament. But they were actually. One of the guys I was watching actually qualified the first night, which is like it's out of, I think last night there was like 50,000 duos or something playing in an open qualifier, and so you get 3 hours to play 10 games, or 3 hours or 10 games, whichever one comes first.
Okay.
And this kid absolutely like demolished everyone in his path. It was quite impressive watching this kid play. But in between that, playing some video games here and there, trying to grind out some GTA. Start training at Micro Center tomorrow, so
yeah, nice.
Up early in the morning for that.
Yep.
And then setting up OBS and Streamlabs and Twitch and Discord and everything like that. Getting this whole setup kind of together.
Brand rolling. Yeah.
What about you, Jacob?
I mean, I've been outside of work, which has just been a little boring, but also busy with the holidays coming up. They're just complicated due to the shipping schedules and like our paid holidays. That's the one beauty of working like an 8 to 5 is that I get actual holidays off, which I'm still not used to. I'm like, wow, I get Thursday and Friday off next week.
Well, you get Christmas Eve off? Nice.
Yeah.
I don't. I get Christmas off.
But,
you probably get Christmas off, I'd imagine.
I'm not sure. I'm marked on the schedule right now for working Christmas Day 7 to 4, so I hope it's a typo.
I guess your warehouse, right?
We're supposed to be truck for Micro Center from what I've been able to gather is Monday through Friday once a day. Monday through Friday, and then the Friday truck, I'd have to imagine, is a little bit bigger. That way they can kind of supply for the weekend.
There's no way there's a Friday truck for Christmas, I would imagine.
I'd have to imagine not.
Like they got to pay the trucker.
They were also stocking on Thanksgiving because there was a lot of different stuff that was stocked.
Well, that's for Black Friday sales, though.
That's very true. And Thanksgiving, like, I don't want to bag on Thanksgiving, but it's not as big of a holiday for a lot of people as, say, Christmas would be.
Yeah, I mean, that Christmas creep. It comes and eats up Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm more of a November boy myself.
It's just because your birthday's in November. But, other than work, it's like I've been playing a little bit of the Fortnite, trying to get better at that. Because it's not. I mean, I'm not good at competitive stuff like that, but the game that's really had my attention lately is that good old Cyberpunk.
Hey,
2077.
You and we're on the same page. I don't know. I haven't really I've noticed some like technical bugs, and I don't have the strongest system. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm probably running around what a PS4 Pro, maybe a little bit better. And I'm experiencing regular issues that Elder Scrolls players or Fallout or Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, I don't know. People, it's overblown. Yeah,
I mean, I've got a pretty beefy rig, but like any of the glitches or bugs that I have experienced, have been like, at worst, they're funny. But like,
yeah,
I
don't think it's like, I mean, it's like any bug is going to be immersion breaking, but like, I don't know. This is a game that was made for the next generation. It's not made for the PS4. It's not made for the Xbone,
Yeah.
Wait, do you say you have a pretty beefy rig?
I have a beefy rig.
We need to talk about that statement. The fact that you have how much money sunk into your rig?
I don't want to talk about it at this point.
How many Christmases have you stolen from children? That is the real question here.
You got a PS5 today. You got your 3080 that I'm sure some kid wants to wake up to on Christmas and just wants that beautiful, beautiful graphics that you just had to steal away from him.
Well, yeah, and you know how, people are always like, how are you going to sleep at night? You know how I'm going to sleep at night? Like a baby.
Stealing Christmas is the way, dude. You're like the Grinch, but the Grinch usually.
I'm like a half Grinch.
The Grinch gave Christmas back.
People going to, hey. Nah. See, at least I'm not these scalpers. I didn't have my bots.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you're not buying multiple systems.
With the help of my dad, I played the game fair and square. I didn't, program a bot to go snatch up graphics cards and consoles. And they're for my own use. I'm not turning around and be like, oh, here's a PS5 I'm selling for $1,500.
I mean, I would. It's good business.
You'd be the worst.
It's capitalism,
person.
Bro. I would be if I had money. I don't have any money. I spend it all on.
That's what Jacob has too much of right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
God, my favorite thing is Black Friday. You call me. It's Friday at like 2:00 in the afternoon. I get a call from Jacob, and he's like, "Hey, bro. So I'm at Micro Center right now." I was like, "Jacob, I'm on aisle 26. Just walk over to me. I'm shopping as well. I know this is awkward. We're both here at the same time. Just walk over to me, please."
Yeah. So did y'all get Black Friday off?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro.
I was working.
Working 9 to 5.
Technically 8 to 7 to sometimes 2 in the afternoon, sometimes 8 at night.
Depends on how far out you're sent.
Yeah.
Dude, I worked 6 days that week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I worked on Thanksgiving because you got to take care of the animals at the Smart.
Right.
So I took care of the animals there, and then I had to go in Black Friday at 4 a.m. So I just pulled an all-nighter. I was like, screw it. Let's just kind of run it. run it dry, see how it goes, and it went terribly.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 100% sponsored by energy drinks that week. So
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'll drink 1 or 2 either bangs or rangs a day.
yeah,
Way too much nicotine or little nicotine and caffeine.
breakfast champions.
Problem I've had is I
100%.
discovered G Fuel. Hey, G Fuel, you want pay us, and I'll start talking even better about you.
You don't want. They're not going to want to sponsor us. That's
Yeah,
what
we're not
say
gamers.
next. What I'm about to say next, because
What
I
do
just
we
played
do?
Video
that
games.
Bahama Mama today.
I haven't.
It's not good.
What was the one? The limited edition sour.
Oh, I don't even know who the streamer was that was featured on the game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And I tried the sherbet one. Sherbet one's pretty good.
Yeah,
Phaseberry or whatever is pretty good.
yeah, they have a sour phaseberry, I'm pretty sure. But I tried the Roman Atwood inspired one, and I couldn't get behind it. My dad watches Roman Atwood a lot. When he was actually making videos, but it just doesn't taste good to me. I don't see all that. I don't follow all the hype behind all that stuff.
Yeah. Turn off that fan.
Yeah, there goes the AC.
Hey, it's a beautiful noise, people. It's a
Beautiful
beautiful
noise.
noise. It means it's working. If you don't hear it, it ain't working.
I don't know, man.
Coming from the HVAC tech.
I mean, our system's loud as crap.
Yeah,
I don't understand how ours was installed. It's weird.
So there's gonna be the one night where you just get so pissed off at it that you're just gonna be out here with your wrench and your
Just banging
screwdriver,
away.
just starting and like repiping the whole thing, making sure it's nice soft.
Shoot, when
I wish he
we had
would.
a couple friends that moved into the complex across the way, and like their whole drain line wasn't glued. So the first day, it's just it was the middle of summer, it was like July. It's just pumping out water into their fucking carpet, and I was like, that's definitely not fucking code. You gotta.
That's not
Yeah,
code.
it's just like we called the maintenance guy, and he's like explaining how like the system works. I'm just standing behind him like, this fucking
That's
idiot.
not how that works.
This is my job too.
I didn't say that.
You're
'cause
lying.
He was old as heck.
No, the maintenance guy's not gonna know much about it. He's gonna know a lot about like reconnecting toilet chains. And...
Yeah, he probably knows more about plumbing, but plumbing's easy. I mean, it's not easy work, but it's easy to understand.
Yeah, I remember my old boss at PetSmart called the cops on a plumber.
Why would you ever call the cops on a plumber?
Do we really want to get into this?
Said, thinking about it makes me suicidal. Yeah, you failed to mention that, like, Karina's watching. She lives right across the street.
Oh, I know. I didn't know if they wanted to be called out. Yeah. Sup?
Yeah, I mean, I could tell the story if you guys want to hear the story about how my ex-boss called the cops on a plumber.
Oh yeah.
But
Sure, why not?
I know a lot of plumbers.
We're not.
so back at the Smart, I had a old boss that is, I'm not gonna say he's a hothead, but he's a hothead. And one day he got super pissed because we were replacing water heaters, and we needed to replace them and shut off the water. So plumber comes in 2 hours before anything's supposed to happen for the day, and so he comes in and starts disconnecting everything. We've got the new heaters already, and he's going to replace them, and my boss calls me. He's like, "What's this guy doing?" Because I texted him. I was like, "Hey, the plumber's here. He's replacing the heaters." He's like, "He needs to replace them one at a time." And I'm trying to explain to Kyle, I'm like, "This is not. You don't do it one at a time. You have to do all in one go." He's got everything disconnected.
Yeah, if he's already got everything disconnected, yeah, you just gotta let him work.
And by the time he throws in the new ones, hooks them up, and everything, we'll be ready for open. Kyle's like, "That's not how it works." I was like, "This is what he's telling me right now.
Yeah.
This is how he's going to do it." And I'm like, he's like, "Stop it. Stop the service. Stop him right dead in his tracks. Don't let him go any further." I'm like, "Yo, bro, like my boss, he doesn't want he doesn't want you to continue the service." He's like, "I don't know what to tell you. You're not gonna have hot water if I leave." And so I call Kyle back. I'm like, Kyle, like, he's got everything disconnected and everything. He's like, Kyle's like, I'm on my way. I was like, what do you want me to do now? He's like, get him out of the store. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And Kyle's like, fine, I'm calling the cops. I'm like, no, just keep in mind, this is my 3rd day as a manager at this store.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 19 years old. I'm scared to death because I'm afraid this guy's going to chop me or something. And he's like,
probably.
So the guy's like, I was like, yo, like, my boss just called the cops. I'm like, can you just go sit in your van for a second so we can get it figured out? He's being super cool with me. We were super cool between each other. And then boss busts in the door. He's like, where is he? I want to talk to him. I want to get him off this premises. I'm like, just bring it down.
Like TT, man. Hey.
So boss is checking all the stuff in the office. I'm like, cops pull up out back. And cops are like, what's the situation here? I'm like, I don't know. I'm new here. I'm new to this position. This is like my 3rd day. I'm having to deal with the cops. And Kyle comes busting back, and he's like, where is he? I want to talk to him. And the cop's like, slow down there. Whoa, bring it down here. And so they talked out the whole situation. The plumber's like, okay, I'm just going. I'm leaving. Everything's disconnected.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, fuck you guys.
There's no heaters. And so Kyle's like trying to call every single possible emergency plumber.
Yeah.
And trying to get everything rewired, get everything rehooked up.
I wouldn't do it.
And
you could double charge for that shit.
Absolute best part of the story, though. PetSmart Corporate called the same company, and they sent the guy back in.
That's awesome.
I had to be in the back room stocking, pulling stuff out of the back room with this plumber who my boss just called the cops on to get while he's replacing heaters. I'm sitting there like for hours, like apologizing like deeply to this dude. I'm like, I'm so sorry that happened. That wasn't anyone's intention, or at least my intent. I'm sorry. He's like, bro, we're cool. Your boss is an asshole. I'm like,
granted, yeah.
Fair. Like, cool.
I mean, that's fair.
And so, yeah, that whole situation happened. And so far, like, every time we have a tech come into the store, like, we always have a new associate with me. I was pretty cool with, like, everyone, all the associates. And so I would explain, like, hey, like, this is what happened with our old boss. And they're like, wow, I'm glad he's not around anymore. And I was like, yup. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the plumber coming back for blood. See what I did there?
Ooh, transition.
Yeah.
Back for Blood, the spiritual successor of Left 4 Dead series. I was a big fan growing up, you know?
I played a lot of it. I played a decent amount, especially on the 360.
Yeah, because they came out, I think, like back-to-back almost. So it was, like, under a year or something. But it was also, like, you know, just slight, like, graphical improvement and a few new weapons, a few new special infected. But I've seen, like, I saw the reveal trailer, and, I mean, it's worth a watch. I'm definitely intrigued.
I was able to catch a few minutes. Like, I was on break at work, and one of my friends, Stacy, who's on Twitch as Stacy FTW, she was playing the alpha gameplay for Left 4 Dead, for Back 4 Blood, and she had one of the codes to be a part of that. And so I was watching some of the gameplay, and to me, what really kind of like struck me was that despite the fact that it's technically a different studio, it's the same developers, but technically a different studio, it still looks straight up like a sequel to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. I was looking up their Wikipedia page, and I think it's their original name before Valve bought them, and then I guess they, you know, became their own subsidiary again. I don't know. So, like, is there anything different about the gameplay? Like, are you able to aim down sights now, or does it still look like it's on the?
Well, that's the thing. At least from what I watched, it still seems to be
a hip shooter.
Yeah, hip FPS. I noticed that there was like a card system of sorts before each level began, where I guess you can equip different perks. But they didn't use it a whole lot.
Yeah.
At least from what I was watching, you know, since it was also at work, even though it was on break, I couldn't like devote all my time to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing that I noticed, which maybe she found a way around it, but Stacy was playing, and she couldn't get a gun. She had a bat the whole time, like a Walking Dead Negan, like a nail bat, but it looked like some of the guns were locked behind like a paywall. Like you had to spend not like actual money, but like
in-game
you had to
currency.
grind. Yeah, you had to grind for you had to grind for it. It seemed like, but then again, the people that she was playing with, who was in the stream with her, they were they had guns. I'm not sure what the deal was with that.
Okay.
But the game itself looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited because I mean,
there's like, I guess there's like boss fights.
Yeah.
Like there's this giant like ogre zombie that they had to fight, which was kind of kicking their asses. But
yeah,
it was pretty fun.
I'm definitely intrigued. Is there any other games on your all's little radar that you're excited for in the near future? So I know like there's a couple of DC games I'm pretty hyped for because Marvel can't make good games.
I'm just trying to understand who this guy is and why he wants to see my toaster.
Get you a toaster and show it on stream. I'm making the best. We don't even have a toaster.
I would say I've thought about I got an air fryer. You want to see the air fryer? I mean,
Last toaster I had, I took a bath with it, so talk about banger bath bombs, dude. Nah, is it cool if we like? I don't know. We got plenty of booze. We got air fryers and we can pull a whole fridge over here.
Good. We got a mini fridge.
He said yes, W. All right.
Great.
If I was say you'll see the
air fryer, I guess. This is interesting. Interesting change of pace.
I'm looking for like a model number on this.
Jesus, you're actually doing it.
We got the new Wave air fryer. Comes with 20 different programs for all your air frying needs. Inside, dirty as fuck, like an air fryer should be.
Add flavor.
Just out here exposing us like that.
Just like nice.
Cleans it, so I'll take the L.
Hey, you dropped a follow. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Thanks for following.
Love you.
Thank you to Katrina for following. Cordit? Who's that? I'm not sure who that is. Jesse. Jack is in.
But where were we? Video games upcoming?
Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. Obviously there's like Gotham Knight and Suicide Squad.
I mean, the problem is, like, the big game that I was hyping for was
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, but now that that's here, it's like any of the other games that I'm interested in are pretty far out.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get Call of Duty. There's no way.
What, Cold War?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like...
It's a hard drive eater.
Yeah.
It's... Other than zombies, I mean, how is it different than Modern Warfare? And Modern Warfare servers are probably still full.
Really isn't. If anything, I'd get it on...
the newest one?
Yeah. If anything, the only incentive I would have for Cold War is my dad has it on his PS5 back at home. I played that for a little bit, and playing an FPS with that new controller and the adaptive triggers is cool. But other than that,
isn't that where it gives you like feedback?
Yeah, like when I was playing it, it actually felt like I could feel the vibration of the trigger itself. And so it was neat. Like I played on the PS5, but even then, it's still 200 gigabytes on the PS5.
Right.
And so I don't.
Yeah, it's like, do you really want to buy an external, storage already?
I already have to buy one to store my PS4 games that I'm going to transfer over.
I mean, how many of those do you need to transfer over immediately?
I mean, like, not immediately.
And about to say God of War, I mean, what other games would you play?
Shadow of the Colossus. I still have yet to play through The Last of Us, the first one.
I watched gameplay of that. Hot take. I don't know. I was not a fan of the ending. Personally.
Just get a text from Jesse saying, I'm folding laundry, and the next thing I hear is the last toaster I had, I took a bath with it. At least someone like that line.
Hey, it's a timely 2020 joke.
Speaking of 2020, ups and downs.
We're
Yeah.
almost done.
Yeah, well, it was some personal ups and downs, boys.
Downs was the whole year.
Pretty much.
Yeah, started with Kobe. But hey, we're ending with a vaccine, so, look it up.
Speaking of vaccines, my brother's boyfriend actually just got it yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, he got the first dosage. He's got his little paper card so he can basically show people, hey,
Oh.
I got it.
Just go back in a month or something.
Yeah, I think it's 21 days in between doses. So obviously you get the first one, wait 21 days. Side effects, from what I've heard, like mild headache. Kind of, from what it looks like, it's nothing worse than a hangover.
Yeah.
You just feel like you've got a hangover for 12 hours and then you're good.
Yeah. It's like when you get your flu shot, I mean, like, typically you might be, like, sick for a day or two afterwards, but, I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, the main difference between this one and, like, the flu vaccine is obviously they're not using, like, actual broken or dead virus. They're using mRNA, which is just, it basically trains your DNA and your immune system to fight. It creates proteins that are foreign to your body, so it trains your body to fight those foreign proteins, and then they attack the virus when it does coming into your body. So you can still get COVID, but it's gonna, I mean, you're not gonna get like a ton of the symptoms and things like that. It's gonna attack it before it can affect you.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's funny that we're talking about the vaccine. On Facebook, you got like the Facebook memories and whatnot. And what I noticed today,
Please tell me this is an anti-vaxxer joke.
in a way it is. But funny thing is, I went looking through my Facebook memories, right? And I guess 11 years ago, we were still kind of going through the swine flu epidemic. But it was around this exact same time 11 years ago that like the vaccine for swine flu was being rolled out. And let me find my exact words that fresh 14-year-old Jacob had to say about the vaccine.
Is this like edgy?
Which, for one, my dad had swine flu. Back, like he went through it and it was kind of rough, and so I don't know.
Are you outing your parents as anti-vaxxers?
No.
Oh,
this isn't my parents. This is me.
Well, you're 14. You're gonna believe whatever your parents believe.
No, I believed what was on the internet.
Reddit.
That's the problem. But
Reddit's,
this day 11 years ago, I have this status that says the whole swine flu vaccine happened today. And it's going to turn out like I Am Legend. People will turn into zombies, and those uninfected will have to fight them or escape. But I'm safe. I didn't get the shot. Like, cool.
That idea is not
cool,
sponsored by HuddleForWarmth.
This is why.
This is, I've said, if anything, Facebook memories shows me time and time again that if I met my younger self, I'd bully the shit out of them. I'm not even for bullying, but I would bully myself.
I don't think anyone's for bullying.
Bullies are.
I mean, for Jacob, though, acceptable. See, this is what I'm glad.
It's what shaped you into the man you are today.
This is what I'm glad I didn't meet you until 4 months ago. If I would have met you then, I wasn't I wasn't up for fighting people, but I would have probably tried to beat you up.
I could have met what 16-year-old Jacob.
Were you bald when you were 16? Is there pictures of you with hair?
There exist pictures of me with hair.
He dyed his hair blonde for the longest time.
Throughout senior year, I did.
Yeah, my hair probably looks like crap right now, but wearing a hat all day.
Bleaching that hair probably sped up the hair loss process.
I dyed my hair freshman year of high school for wrestling.
See, the thing is, it started going away. It started going away way back here.
Yeah.
It started just faintly starting to leave around 16. And then by the time I had turned 21, I'm just like, I can't hide it anymore. And I got rid of it.
Just screw it.
Yeah, because I mean, otherwise you can see my the picture on my license from when I was freshly 21, like just a day or two before I started shaving, and my girlfriend will attest that I look like John Wayne Gacy or some kind of serial killer.
You're not,
I mean, my current ID photo is pretty bad.
Not in real life.
I just got my new ID. So I just turned 21 in October.
Hey, congrats! That's a fun birthday.
Yeah, so I finally
As soon as bars are open back up, we'll take you out, night on the town.
So I can finally hang out with Jacob.
Oh my god, that first night, like we can go, down to OTR or something, free of the restrictions. Don't even have to wear a mask or anything. It's going to be a night I am not going to remember.
I mean, I drove through the banks not too long ago to get like condados through, like they have a little drive-up window or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I mean, people are acting like COVID is not even a fucking thing down there. No masks, no social distancing. Everyone's just spitting each other's mouths, hanging out at the bar. Like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all city has a name for a reason. Just saying. Lived here for the last 8 years. It ain't my city. Not yet.
Don't go bringing that Cincinnati blasphemy in.
Cincinnati, you mean? Come on.
It's like
proper name.
It's like a little test. It's like a little test thing we did. A test recording, check levels and everything earlier. What did you say on that?
This is the worst city in Ohio.
Which is false.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, it's not the worst city.
I can think of multiple
Columbus
cities.
is the worst city. It's just Lexington on steroids. Columbus has. I mean, like.
Isn't that a good thing?
I take it back. Columbus
Isn't
might
that
be
a
the
good
best.
thing?
I guess.
Lexington on steroids.
Lexington's a crap.
Not
I'm just
Louisville.
kidding. I don't want to. Yeah, Louisville's the best. Louisville, greatest city in America. But Columbus, I don't know. I wish I was able to explore it a little bit more. I probably would like the city. It's just a big college town.
It's just so big.
It's not even that big, that metro. Like I like Cincinnati's metro a lot because it's an actual city. I feel like with Columbus, it's just it's a giant fucking college town.
Yeah, Columbus is like half of it's nothing but college and half of it's nothing but capital.
I mean, they do get all the cool concerts though.
It's true.
And they got COSI.
COSI?
I haven't been to COSI in a long time. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
See, that's what we do. First time, no COVID restrictions. We go out, we get absolutely sloshed, and then we just go to COSI and play with all like the fun sciencey shit.
Oh, is that like a
Basically
museum?
like a fun kids science museum.
Okay.
We're sitting in the ball pit, just like sitting there passed out.
Oh, science is so cool, man.
Yeah.
We see Jacob getting taken off in handcuffs, like for beating up a little kid.
Probably.
Jacob, what happened? I don't know.
That little kid spouting anti-vax bullshit. Yeah, I'll hit him.
I don't know. Last thing I remember is, I was punching this kid in the face.
I don't know if you would remember that. I think I did have the best 21. I went to Vegas, spent all my money on like. I can't talk about Vegas, but let's just say there was no money at the end of the trip.
Golden rule.
Golden rule, man.
Yeah, my 21st consisted of, I had to drive my brother to the airport because he had to go back to Texas. So I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
He didn't even stay for your birthday?
No, he
Oh
stayed.
my gosh.
I mean, nothing was happening. Like I didn't want anything, so I drove him to the airport. Had to be up at 3 o'clock on my birthday, and I went to go pick up energy drinks, fill up the car with gas. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to buy a beer now. Let's just say, apparently in Ohio, you can't buy beer alcohol between 1:30 and like 5:30 or something like that. So I had to wait till I get home from the airport, which is like cool because I'm not gonna drink.
I learned that like freshman year of college.
So
Can't be going in.
So I stop at the gas station, or I stop at Chick-fil-A on the way home. Chick-fil-A breakfast. Whew.
Yeah,
and then stop
pretty
at the
fire.
gas station.
Well,
grab myself some
Chick-fil-A.
beers. Dude, my mom walks downstairs and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Having a beer. What's the deal?"
Yeah.
And she's
21
like,
now.
She's like, "What do you have planned for the rest of the day?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna go to the smoke shop, grab some cigars, and then run to the liquor store." I ended up spending $150 on booze. Yeah.
I guess, so you were, 20 when the nicotine restrictions were upped, right?
No. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I was
19
or 20 when they, because I wasn't able to buy, because I would smoke a cigar once a week, and that's pretty much all I would do, and so
that was messed up.
like
That was messed up.
like
man.
they could have grandfathered it in, like again, it wasn't that huge of a deal for me, but they kind of screwed everything up, like especially for like all the kids that are not kids but 18-year-olds that were like now like addicted to nicotine.
Right.
Like that was a normal thing, like dip, cigs, things like that, and then all of a sudden like Daddy DeWine was the first one to do it, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, this freedom snatch.
Yep. It's like, hey, you can sign up and go get shot in war, but
now you
can't have nicotine.
You can't dip now. Like you can't drink, you can't dip.
I mean, you probably don't want to dip. It's one of the grosser ones. I mean, they're all gross.
Yeah, so that went away, and then they did it nationally. Trump did it nationally, and it was all during that one whole thing with the dank carts when there was.
Oh
So
the cut jewel pods.
No, it was just
it was like the fake
pot carts,
right?
And everyone's like, oh my god, vapes are killing kids, and then it's like, no, it's actually dank carts that were vitamin E. It was
like they're being cut with like rat poison or something crazy.
Yeah, like I can go for like a dose of rat poison here and there, but like
I know, it's like, I'm not smoking the whole thing.
Yeah, like I don't want to be sucking on rat poison like every single day of my life.
Rat poison.
Delicious. Speaking of deliciousness, what kind of fast food y'all been eating recently?
I mean, only the stuff that's nearby. We got to make danks up the road. And then, fallen from its former glory, is Taco Bell.
I mean, has it ever been glorious?
It is.
No.
It has.
I think glorious is when you're absolutely...
Taco Bell used to have horse meat, bro.
No, that's
it's
IKEA.
never been in good graces.
That was IKEA.
That was IKEA? Horse meat?
I don't know.
I don't
Is
know.
it your girlfriend that works at IKEA?
Yeah.
So now I'd like out IKEA.
I mean, she won't get mad at me. I won't be saying it. So did they sell horse meat?
We're not saying any like
breaking news.
Insider
Breaking.
Yeah, it was like a big old thing about.
Really?
How,
their meatballs had horse meat?
Yeah, it was like a big thing for a while.
I didn't know that. I mean, I definitely ate horses because I ate Taco Bell all the time as a kid.
Taco Bell.
A little messed up.
It used to be so good, and then, as if 2020 had to keep taking all the good things away this year, they had to just, Thanos snap their finger and
because there was a fucking potato shortage. Yeah, there's not gonna be any fucking I don't know, you can't make a potato griller here at home. Come on.
Did you hear if any other restaurant?
Why do you hate Subway?
Hey, we don't have French fries, man. Sorry. We're Red Robin.
Hey, it's McDonald's. I mean, McDonald's is the reason why we're destroying our environment because of the fucking cows.
So
I want a Gallup. Hell yeah, I'd ran it.
NPR did a story. It says bad news for those who shopping trips at IKEA are partly motivated by the allure of the store's famous meatballs. The giant Swedish furniture retailer on Monday said it had to recall a batch of frozen meatballs sent to more than a dozen European countries after tests detected traces of horse meat.
When was this?
It was 2013, so it was a while ago.
Okay.
Poor Seabiscuit.
Yeah, I think that was. Is that what happened to Toby?
Toby.
Yeah, wasn't he in that movie?
Who's Toby?
Toby Maguire.
Oh, Toby Maguire?
Yeah.
He was in Seabiscuit?
He was in one of those horse racing movies. I don't remember.
I'm not. You should know me at this point.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen any good fucking movie, and you like all the shitty movies. But we'll save that for another time.
Yeah,
I'll have a film and movie discussion on this podcast.
We'll have the Transformers talk some other time.
Oh my! Don't get me started.
Brandon asked, "Does eating horses give you speed?" I want to gallop. Remember when that Wayfair kidnapping? Remember when Wayfair was kidnapping kids?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh god, the whole Wayfair thing where everyone's like, "Why is this cabinet $10,000?" And it's named after a missing child.
Doesn't it just blow your mind? Just how fast yet slow this year has felt.
I mean, I still remember February like pretty clear.
It was just like Shakira and J-Lo at the Super Bowl. That was this year. They unleashed Shakira's hips, unleashed something.
No, it was Kobe. It all started with Kobe, man.
It did. In a way.
Just think, I remember all the Facebook like copy pastas where it was like, remember this all started with some weirdo eating a bat in the woods. The whole span of it.
We'll see.
It's like Ozzy Osbourne was the first weirdo to eat a bat, and then this all happened.
Huh?
See, the crazy thing is around January at my company, we were selling like a bunch of like N95 dust masks and things like that. To there's a lot of people with very Asian sounding names on like the invoices that we were packing away with the packaging.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, there's some kind of virus ripping through China right now.
I mean,
I don't know what that's all about.
I was on a work trip. What was that? I think like the week of Valentine's Day, and I mean we were going through an airport where there was like a whole plane full of fucking COVID had came through, and that was right before the quarantine.
Yeah.
So we were just like freaking the hell out. Like, I mean, did we just drive home from Arkansas? Like, what we do?
First of all, Arkansas. What the hell would you do in Arkansas?
Oh, trained in the blue collar ways, my friend. Hey, they had some good food.
Smacking people's AC units in Arkansas.
Oh, my favorite joke is you call an AC repairman, he comes out, bangs your furnace with a hammer. All right, it'll be $80. What the hell is $80 for? $5 for the hammer swing, $75 for the knowledge, bitch.
Knowledge on where to hit it.
Yeah, hey, got to pay me for my training.
What else has happened this year?
There's the Aussie fires. I think everybody forgot about that. It was like the largest wildfire. Yeah, that was the first like crazy event.
It feels like ages ago.
I know.
Can we have a moment of silence for all those poor koala bears?
Fuck koala bears. They all have chlamydia.
Whoa!
Fucking infested ass animals.
Whoa!
Hey, I don't pee on people.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I ain't Donald Trump. Come on now.
I didn't even bring like R. Kelly into this.
That probably would have been better.
Fucking what?
Smells like R. Kelly sheets. Piss. Shit, I get 99 cents.
Oh my god.
Hey, what, like there was the killer bees. What else has happened other than the quarantine? There was a few things.
There's too much.
Tiger
shit
King.
to count, dude.
He's trying to get out. He wants to be one of the exonerated people before Trump leaves office.
Exotic was this year.
I know,
dude. It's like it has simultaneously felt like the slowest yet the fastest year I've lived through.
Hey, I'm happy. It's almost over.
We're almost there. But then again, time is a man-made construct.
Amen, brother. Amen.
But hey, 2021 seems to be filled with a lot of cool shit coming forward.
Well, theaters are fucking dead.
I
don't know. Like,
right.
What is there to look forward to?
Well, it's still, you can watch it on TV, and I guarantee you, bro, once things go back to normal,
yeah.
Even if some movie theaters go under, another company will come and take its place. Movie theaters are not going to be.
I don't know. I think there's an idea out there that like shit like The Mandalorian will just be the new norm. Just short form TV shows with high budgets.
I don't think so. I think the movies. There's
it's
still
better
going to be a demand
storytelling.
for it. I think that there's still going to be a demand for movies.
But I mean, like, if you're looking at the releases this year, I mean, everything is tanked. Tenet fucking tanked.
It's because there's a pandemic going on, but the directors of these movies are just like, I want my art to be viewed on the big
and it should.
screen.
I mean, okay, I mean, for something like what Christopher Nolan does, it should it doesn't do it justice to watching on.
Shit.
That
on
and
TV.
Christopher Nolan is also like.
Hey, don't you dare shit on Christopher
also,
Nolan.
I get a cut of the movie theater profits, so I want this pandemic to be over so people go and see my movies.
I mean, ideally, I would think that theaters should be able to operate pretty well. I mean, just like you have to have a person, a party like has to be separated by a couple seats. And like you have to trust teenagers to go in and clean up after every single viewing, but I don't know. I don't get why theaters are shut or not doing very well. I haven't gone to any.
The
So that's
way
why.
I see it,
But-
the reason why movie theaters are shut down is because it's basically just it's like a closed box. They shove a big group of people in.
But people are still going on planes.
I'm not saying I agree with plane travel either.
That's true, man.
But at the point, all that I'm trying to say is, I've spoken to people. There is still a demand to go see a movie in theaters.
Yeah.
I just think it will take some time before we're back to that norm, but it will return.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with Warner Brothers releasing all their stuff on HBO Max for the short term.
Yeah. I mean, in the short term, that's one of the, I was so hyped to hear about that. I'm like, oh my God, I can watch Dune in the comfort of my home?
Yep.
Okay.
I still need to watch that trailer.
I haven't even watched any trailers, I don't think. I've seen, pictures from, the when the issue of Empire comes out or whatever the big, movie magazines are. I've seen the stills. I still need to finish the book itself.
Yeah.
As I've grown old and wise, I've decided I want to read books before I go see the movies.
Yeah.
I used to not be that way, but it'll I'm looking forward to it. And then Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out next week or something.
I've been hyped for that one for a little bit. I like what DC's been doing, ever since what was it, Shazam? That's probably the first. Well,
Shazam
it came out before Aquaman, right?
Yes.
I liked Aquaman a lot. I like Shazam.
I thought Aquaman was okay. I like Shazam more. Aquaman was all right. It's just.
I like the cartooniness of it.
See, I wasn't a big
bringing
fan
the page
of
to life.
It's
a comic book movie. It's not a generic ass action movie. And I'm hoping Marvel. It looks like Marvel's kind of going in that direction where they want to be a little bit more faithful to the look of the comics. That was always my biggest issue. Yeah. I'm a huge
Marvel is anything Disney is stacked for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I'm much more excited about Star Wars over Marvel at the moment, but yeah, I mean, Star Wars stuff or the Marvel stuff looks very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you guys want to take a quick fiver real quick and
little pee break?
Yeah. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. We're obviously going to keep the stream live. If you guys have any questions for us or stuff that you wanted us to go over, just drop it in chat. All right, we'll be back in 5. All right,
and we're back, and what we're going to talk about now is that good Spotify Wrapped 2020. I will say, out of all the stuff that's been going on in 2020, that's been pretty shitty. Music, not nearly as bad.
Yeah,
it's been a good year for the music scene. Not the music scene as a whole. But there's been some good releases.
Some good bangers.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Horizon EP.
Oh my God.
Fucking banger, man.
Bring Me the Horizon. I've never been a big fan of that band.
Yeah, I mean, those casual.
Nothing's really struck me, but
but all their stuff this year.
Recent album / EP.
Yeah.
Was fantastic.
Did you hear their single? What was it? Throne. I think the beginning of the quarantine or something. It's pretty much about subtext of, COVID and everything. It's pretty good.
21 Pilots did something like that too. It was actually their Level of Concern song.
Yeah.
That was back in March. The whole music video behind that was actually pretty cool because it kind of showed the two main guys, or the two guys in 21 Pilots, living next to each other, which they don't, but and having their own recording studios and them going out to a mailbox in between houses and just dropping in their different parts of the songs, and then they mix in their own parts and they do full mixing, and the whole video molded really well, and it was very well done for kind of encapsulating what needed to happen with the whole quarantine and everything. With that, I got way too much Demi Lovato, dude. On my
Demi Lovato?
There's Demi Lovato on my freaking top songs. There's tons of Post Malone.
Post Malone was my boy last year, the year before.
Yeah.
I think it was the year 2018. They had that wrapped up, and he like dominated my like top songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was a very heartbroken boy throughout 2018, and I was just like,
Yeah. What was the album name with it was the yellow cover?
Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Unpopular
Bangers.
opinion, not my favorite album of his.
What?
Really?
There's a couple good ones, but not my favorite. I had the new Eminem album drop with Darkness about the Las Vegas shooting. Like, obviously, it's a very sensitive subject. That was a really, really good one. Good old Wheeler Walker Jr. Brandon put me onto him.
Brandon's saying that he's still waiting for a new John Mayer album, which I'm in the same boat. Like, he was releasing like a couple singles last year, just kind of out of the blue, but never really followed it up with anything like an EP or an album. And I need my John Mayer. John Mayer's my boy.
The only thing, I know you guys are gonna call me stupid for this, but the only John Mayer I've really like been exposed to is that Chappelle skit. Like that Chappelle skit where he's talking about like how do you get white people to dance, and it was the it was like the different like ethnicities on how to get them to dance. Mm-hmm. John Mayer's like going around with his guitar, playing drums, and playing all this different music. That was pretty funny. Oh, Brandon seems to like the Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Poggers.
Pog champ. God, I hate myself.
But what was everybody's? Let's see. Should we do top artists or top songs? Top artists or top songs of 2020?
Let me see what mine were.
So I can tell you right now. Anybody who knows me knows my favorite band of all time, Green Day.
Mm-hmm.
And 2020's Spotify Wrapped did not disappoint. Once again, they were the top artists that I listened to. Just never changes. Followed by Blink-182. Corey Wong is a fantastic guitar player. He was number 3 on the list. The 1975 became a basic white girl. Starting about last year, I saw 1975 perform at Bunbury. Mm-hmm. And it was a religious experience. And new to my list this year, artist I discovered, Phoebe Bridgers. I love me some Phoebe Bridgers. Some good, sad music.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, what were your top artists? To the very end.
Okay.
I'll go through mine. I'm just a big heavy metal head. My top artist was High on Fire. Who is High on Fire?
Oh.
Exactly. And then actually, Death Grips came in at number 2. Someone I just kind of discovered towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
Oh, dude, they slap. They were great. Korn, number 3, the very first metal band I ever listened to. What's up? And then Slipknot and Metalocalypse. Unfortunately, Iron Maiden didn't make it on the list this year.
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. They didn't release anything new, and I don't know. Korn and Slipknot, they're like my sad boy music, you know? Just gotta get in your feels a little bit.
It was a sad boy year for all of us up until like around the last month or so, wasn't it?
God,
yeah, pretty much.
Freaking top artists: Post Malone, Eminem, Hobo Johnson, Juice WRLD, and 21 Pilots. Dude, Juice WRLD, 21 Pilots coming in 4th and 5th.
I'm more concerned over Hobo Johnson, bro.
What do you mean? That's Jesse's favorite artist, and she like kind of contaminated it. Like, low-key, Jesse, don't be pissed, but like that was like all we'd listen to in the car for like a month.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened to me. I just kind of, and when I work sometimes, I just kind of hit repeat on an album. And
yeah, Brandon also put me on. He just put a thing in chat about Noah Gunderson. He has a song called Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, if you're talking like sad boy music, like, that's gonna take you all the way down in your feels. Like you're gonna like start crying about your like elementary school ex. That's the kind of feels that Noah Gunderson, that song like puts me in. But it's such a good song.
Yeah, Brandon, Phoebe is my. She's not my girl. That title belongs to somebody else. But Phoebe is She's so talented.
I just threw it in my mouth.
Hey, fuck you.
You're gonna shout her out. She was in the chat.
She was. She
Where you at, Katrina?
You're saying her name wrong?
I'm just making some Will, dude. I know her longer than you. Wrong. I know who Karina is.
Oh, I said Katrina earlier.
Yeah, you did.
She's
coming like a hurricane.
She was like, oh,
she could come and slap you a new one, man.
Here's the thing that
I hear her knock at the back door, like, open the fuck up, Jacob. I'm gonna beat you up. You're friends with this asshole.
Here's the thing that Here's the thing that I don't understand about Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Or just Spotify in general.
Yeah.
At one point in the Wrapped, they show you like how many genres you listened to.
Mm-hmm.
You listened to, and here's the thing. It told me you listened to 509 genres this year, including 214 new ones.
Well, think of how many subgenres
but see,
are there, though.
even if you include subgenres,
yeah,
I want to see that list.
Yeah,
I don't believe that there are that many genres that exist.
I mean, like, I don't know. There's how many like metal genres are there? You know. If there's a crazy fucking name, it's a metal.
It's all arbitrary. It's all bullshit.
No, it's not. There's a complete difference between death metal and heavy metal. Come on now.
She said, "We'll walk across the street to kill." Yeah, top songs. Apparently, I listened to "Take What You Want From Me," the Ozzy Osbourne Post Malone mix.
That was surprisingly good.
That was really good. And
like you ever see like artists release a track listing? I didn't even get a chance to talk about that. The Miley Cyrus record was surprisingly good.
I haven't listened to it yet. I've been meaning to.
It's pretty like it's pretty throwback, pretty 80s. I'm a sucker for some 80s sounding music, hence why the 1975's on my list of like top artists.
I mean, we could give a little bit of sample of your own music. I
don't
know how many people. Right now. I don't know how many people actually got to listen to your beautiful intro. I mean, we can play.
I can actually show you.
Oh, we could have let off with that intro.
That's the one beauty of having me here is I also got a Spotify Wrapped for the Baseless Chaps this year, and it was interesting to say the least, because one of the beautiful things is one of our guitarists, Jonah. He was studying abroad for the first couple months before the pandemic hit, and he had to get sent home.
Yeah.
So he was over in Europe, and I noticed as I'm going through the Spotify Wrapped, I'm noticing like our numbers are up a little bit higher, which is weird because we haven't put anything on Spotify since like 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like 4 years, so I'm like numbers are a little bit higher this year. That's weird. And then I see like. And this year, you got introduced to 3 new countries. Luxembourg loved you most. I'm like, where the hell is this coming from?
You guys are breaking it out on the scene of Luxembourg, bro.
Hey,
I found out it was all thanks to Jonah. He was like, I played our music for a bunch of people when I was over there. I'm like, all right.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. We hit 10 countries this year.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, if anyone got to hear our intro, like the introduction, like jingle, it was 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes before.
I had my mic up to his, how's the mic, bitch?
We actually have an intro song. I mean, we can give it a quick play if you guys wanted us.
Hey, shout out Gabo.
I'm going to make an official.
Shout out Matt.
Here, we can go ahead and give it.
I'm going to make an official recording for the next week we do this.
Where's this popping out?
I'm just going to play this.
I mean, I don't know where it's here it is.
Wait, Billy Idol was featured in one of the Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
What? I'm listening to it tomorrow.
I mean, we can go ahead and everyone a quick listen to Jacob's it was like 10 minutes before. Like 10 minutes before we went live, we're like, we need a jingle. What do we do? And so we kind of came up with this. Can
we hear it? No.
For some reason, it's not playing.
Is desktop audio enabled?
I was about to start singing the SpongeBob Campfire song, but I realized I can't do that.
Let's gather around the copyright strike.
Well, while Will pulls up the song, we'll what do you want to banter about?
Huddle for warmth. Let's gather around the campfire. We'll sing our favorite songs. Talk about whatever comes to mind. Huddle for warmth. It's gonna be a lot of fun when we feel like we're done talking. The podcast will be done.
Little round of applause for Jacob with that beautiful intro song.
All claps. Nut.
A little bit of nut button in there.
Yeah, we'll get a nice polished version of that next week.
Can we get Derek on the drums? Just like busting out a sick beat.
If that boy ever has the free time, all he ever seems is just busy nowadays.
We got claps in chat too.
Hey.
We can get Mikey to make an custom emote for the chat or for the channel. Just like two hands, or just like clap.
The other fun
Make our
thing.
6 viewers pay $1 for him.
The other fun thing about the Spotify for Artists Wrapped was it showed me like it was like, oh, you got your songs were added to X amount of playlists this year. It got the most plays on, and then it shows me this playlist that's just like, it's just all R's.
Nice.
A couple capitalized too.
Couple lowercase and capitalized.
It's just, dude, you're busting out Luxembourg. You might as well go on a tour.
Yeah.
See, that's like good
That's
old
the
Dan.
dream.
Good old Dan Laverde. Like, love that guy to death. He kept getting told like you need to go to college and go into like ton of different like music based career paths, and he's like, screw it, I'm not doing that. At least I believe that's what the story is, and he just like decided to just go on tour. So he's pretty much been on like 2 European tours. He's been on US tours with one of his bands, and he's like doing really good. He was just, I believe, in Clearwater doing a gig down there and a big show down there. So mad props to him. Maybe we get him on it.
Yeah.
He has like no in between. He's either like speed death metal, like
Perfect.
scream down your throat kind of deal, or it's like jazz. Like he has no middle ground.
Oh,
Ooh, why don't we get a blend of both within a 30-second intro?
Where he's just like busting absolute metal for the first like 15 seconds, and then it's an immediate split into him just like playing smooth like jazz beats.
Hey, that'll warm me up real quick.
It'll warm the heart.
Yeah.
If you had one.
Hey, she's a black pit in there at this point.
I went to music school with that boy for a decent amount of time. That's one thing I could say is he's a talented kid and he's loud.
I did Pet Band. So there's a Dan Laverde moment that I love the most is Pet Band, where Dan Laverde would bring his double pedals to a high school gym. Now, if you've ever been to King's High School, double pedals in a King's High School gym just don't work. Dan, you know what a ride cymbal is, right?
Yeah.
I am surprised with as much as he played the ride cymbal, he wasn't actually riding it. Like he was like
basically using the ride as a crash cymbal.
Yeah, and it's like the most. It's a terrible sound inside of a gym when you're just smacking the absolute shit out of a ride cymbal dome, and that's what he was doing for like half of every song, which is nothing. And then we get to like the drum solo part, and you couldn't even distinguish what was what because he was going so fucking fast. But there was one tempo blocks, or they're different pitched blocks. We decided, hey, why don't we just throw tempo blocks on the kit? And he decided to somehow, some way, impromptu bust out "Mary Had a Little Lamb" in the middle on 5 pitch tempo blocks in the middle of a drum solo. And he had not rehearsed it. He had not, from what I can tell, he had not rehearsed it at all. Somehow he bust out "Mary Had a Little Lamb" and then went back to smacking the absolute daylights out of his ride cymbal.
I remember there was one time in Pep Band, there was a friend of mine, his name was Prashant, and he was a tuba player, but he also knew how to play drums.
Okay.
and there was a pep band gig we were doing, and he was like begging all night. He's like, "Come on, guys, I want to play the drums for one song. Can I play the drums for one song?" And they were like, "All right, fine." And I don't even remember. I don't remember what song it was, but I just remember like he went ham on that kid, and they stopped. You know, the conductor like stopped the band, and he kept like playing the drums, and the drumline kids basically had to grab him and like rip him off of the kick. What? Stop.
Pep band's just like a wild thing. Like, it's just a bunch of band nerds.
All right,
in
Dude,
a
it's
gym.
just a bunch of anarchy.
Yeah, I was about to say, y'all are saying all these words. So what is pep band?
So pep band is...
They're the
so,
ones that play like the basketball and
Oh,
basketball games.
okay, yeah.
So
Because
there's...
there was the football games. You had the full marching
yeah.
band most of the time. At least that's how it was at my high school.
Yeah, and then you have the pep band where it's just like all the degenerates that for some reason want to play like during the winter. And so they're just like, it's not 90% of the time, it's just a big old meme.
It's basically just like, hey, you're a loser with nothing to do during the winter now that the marching band season's over.
Hey,
right?
free basketball tickets.
You want free basketball tickets?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is play Tusk a couple of times.
God, we played
Not bad
horse. We used to play horse like 3 times per game. And there was one point we were at...
Wait, you were a band nerd too? What'd you play?
So I was in high school, like marching band.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of everything percussively. So freshman year I played xylophone. And then sophomore year I played marimba. And then I moved onto the field and played bass drum and then quads.
Nice.
And then I did indoor drum line and
pit
played...
and drumline.
Yeah, and then I played snare in indoor and then quads in indoor as well. Indoor drum line. But I played a couple. There was one year where I didn't want to do indoor. And so I just played pep band. And to say it was like an absolute shit show was like a vast understatement where it was just like, it was bad.
The chaos of pep band cannot be unmatched.
It's just like a big old meme. Like 90% of the time, like there's at Kings, like it's terrible.
I mean, your winters are probably better than mine.
Yeah, there's.
I was just touching sweaty dudes and trying to avoid getting herpes.
What is that? What was that?
Boys, wrestling.
Yeah, you should clarify that.
Yeah,
Like,
I was a high school wrestler.
Yeah,
It's the most disgusting sport. I dealt with MRSA my first year twice. Almost died because I didn't know what a skin infection was. Had it on the back of my knee. I can make my coach look at it. He's like, "Oh, just go get it wrapped. You're fine." And then I go to the doctor after a couple weeks, and he's like, "Yeah, if you waited another couple days, we would have had a different conversation." Second year, got impetigo, ringworm, a bunch of others. Nasty stuff. Don't let your kids wrestle. I have a lifelong injury. A couple of them, actually.
You literally started that with I touched a bunch of.
But hey, I mean that's the sport. You're just tussling a bunch of sweaty dudes, and then a bunch of sweaty dudes tell you like, "Oh, dude, you smell like spoiled milk." I'm like, "Good, it's my fucking weapon." Who wants to touch a guy who smells bad? I mean,
you literally you essentially said I dodged herpes for most of high school. It's quite right in the beginning of.
Oh yeah. So there was an outbreak of herpes gladiatorium. It's not STD, obviously. It's basically like a canker sore that can grow anywhere on your body.
Oh god.
Yeah. That was my high school experience.
My high school experience is a little bit more mild.
Yeah.
You guys were in pep band during the winter. During the winter, I was just touching kids.
Whoa! I myself was at the same age. I mean, I will say, obviously with wrestling, it's anyone can join. It's a no-cut sport. So, I mean, there weren't enough female wrestlers to have their own league. And there was a couple times I narrowly avoided having to wrestle a girl. And I don't know how, you just wrestle to win, you just do whatever it takes, but...
Yeah. You ever seen those, wrestlers with no legs?
Oh, yeah, the fucking bird, yeah. I have thighs, I don't have any, calves or ankles. I got those fucking pencil ankles, but I got some thighs on me, at least. God. I had a little bit of meat.
Oh, my God.
6
I'm
foot,
dead, dude.
145 pounds. Ended at 160.
Bro.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with touching sweaty dudes. Hey. Give me that look. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
It was
touching
a good
sweaty
time.
dudes.
It was a good time.
I can't get over the fact that like, my body odor is my weapon.
Oh man, I was the sweatiest
like,
guy on the team.
Oh, you are repugnant.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
This is what I was going for. Some of the
Yeah.
best memories.
It's like junior year. It's like it was like pre-beard Josh, right?
No,
but
that's
like I
even
had
more
the
terrifying.
stubble, so like I used that as a weapon too. I was rubbing my chin, just freshly shaved, like scratching the shit out of dudes' faces, like fuck them.
Give people rock burn.
Yeah, with my fucking face. Man, my favorite tournament was our high school's invitational. I was on JV, it wasn't legit a big deal. And I was up at the finals, and I was like, first time I was like fighting for first place, right? It was a big deal. And I'm sitting in the pit, I'm like, I'm doing my little Darth Maul prowl, because coach called me, prowl. I was like, getting hyped up. And fucking dude walks up to me, he's like, hey man, like, I really need to win. I was like, why? He was like, my girlfriend said that, we could do things for the first time if I went out. I'm like, you're staying a virgin tonight, bud. He didn't win. I made it work for him. He didn't want it hard enough.
You beat the shit out of
Oh, I beat him with my smell, boys.
Oh
I just had to do one of these numbers. He was down and out.
manly muscle.
Yeah. I hit him with the I can't see this.
Oh.
You can't see it through the stank.
There's a fog in the fucking
And then you
gym.
go and grab the chair from the first row and just beat him down.
Hit him with the power trip. By God, he killed him. WWE's had a good year. It's been strange watching them without any audience members, but that was hilarious.
Watching the first time I watched WWE without a crowd
Yeah.
felt like a fever dream.
Shoot, was it you or someone was saying that they were shitting on the NFL for pumping in the crowd noise? I think it's a good idea. It's too weird without it.
I wasn't dumping on it.
Yeah.
I just found it was like such a weird disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see an empty stadium,
Yeah.
you hear a full stadium.
You hear
Your
the
mind,
booze.
your mind is trying to make that logical step of like, oh, it's a recording, but you're still sitting there looking at the TV like, what the hell?
What is this magic? Shoot, it was better than I think it was Korean baseball for a while. They just had a bunch of stuffed animals.
God, I would have never thought that I'd be watching Korean baseball and been like so excited to watch Korean baseball.
Hey, I mean, it was one of the first sports that came back.
Yeah, because they were smart.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? I think it was New Zealand either like a month or two ago, they actually had like they were able to have full stadiums again. No masks, no restrictions. Obviously, with New Zealand being like a island country, they can restrict
Intake and outtake
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
we're a bit too much of a melting pot.
New Zealand's just so...
There's hope.
Overall, I think New Zealand's just like one of the best countries in the world.
I would like to visit. I want to see the shooting locations for Lord of the Rings. I'm one of those nerds. Yeah. Walk to Mordu.
Shit, we're getting followers after
Racking
followers.
up those followers.
Shout out to Brandon. Hey, Gabbo, where's that follow?
He just dropped it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Missed it.
That was Brandon, wasn't
No,
it?
they're right over here. So
Oh.
I can see Brandon and Gabo. I just went in and followed just for that.
Hey. Shout out.
Hit 9 or 10.
Bro, you're blowing up your mic close when you put it up to your mouth.
Oh, I'm trying.
A little bit ear rape on there.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
Oh, God.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for us? I know
Yeah.
Brian.
Questions
I know,
in the chat.
Y'all
Yeah.
seen a new Marvel Phase 5 full slate reveal? Phase 5 or Phase 4? I've seen all the stuff that they're like, they got planned.
Yeah, he's probably talking about like the shows and
Disney
stuff.
Plus wise, yeah. The
Yeah.
Marvel stuff is.
So what is it?
Waka
It's
waka.
yeah, it's the What If. It's WandaVision. It's we should probably pull it up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty hyped. I'm very excited for Fantastic Four. Man, hopefully they'll actually be able to do it right. third time's a charm, but
I was kind of hoping
Marvel's first family.
I was kind of hoping Karina would come over here and try to like beat the shit out of us.
Yeah.
And then pretty funny.
And that's how we end the first stream.
Just
cut.
Cut, and Jacob's just like getting this like absolute shit beat out of him.
Oh yeah, Loki with
Loki's
Owen
looking
Wilson.
pretty good.
Wow.
Is it bad?
Black Widow.
Owen
What
Wilson
is
was the
it?
guy in the elevator with Loki in the trailer, right?
Yes.
Is it bad that I thought that was Pedro Pascal? Have you seen Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, he looks nothing like Owen
But
Wilson.
have you seen him in his role for Wonder Woman 1984?
No.
I think they look kind of similar.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I watched him in Game of Thrones. I guess you haven't seen that far in Game of Thrones. So.
No.
We got Spider-Man 3, Hawkeye. I'm excited for Hawkeye. Doctor Strange, that's hype. Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black Widow. So, it says, okay, on this list is obviously a wrong one. It said November 6th for Black Widow, and we are past that. Also, August 2020. Have they announced anything for the Black Widow movie? Like how they're gonna release it? Are they just waiting for theaters?
I think it's Disney. I think it's being.
Well, they
moved
should
to
already
Disney
just
Plus.
release it then. Like, what the heck? It says 2021. Looks like that's the only. May 7th, 2021. So yeah, it'll probably be out in theaters.
It would be the hope. I hope that we're back to that by May.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I'm banking on
Mm-hmm.
things kind of returning to somewhat normalcy.
Yeah.
At least that's where I would place if I was a betting man. I would bet
We'll pull back up the
that
chat.
that's when we get our pecan thoughts.
Oh shit, Brian's in here.
LMAO.
Can we get a ban on that?
Falcon and the Winter
Yeah, that trailer was pretty good.
Soldier. I haven't seen.
They unfortunately Pop Funko messed up again and has released what the villain looks like, which I'm pretty hyped for because that was my biggest tiff with him, with Baron Zemo. Oh man, I'll go into a full nerdum at the moment.
Oh Jesus, please no!
Man.
Don't do that to me.
Ha 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 ha. I know. Speaking of this year, I mean, like, so how's everything gone for you guys as far as like your jobs? So I mean, we all three have like pretty unique experiences, I think.
I had the misfortune of drawing the short straw, aka being the new guy in the office, and almost everybody else got to work from home except for me.
So are you like? Is it a pretty empty environment?
I mean, it's filled up a little. Like people beforehand, there's maybe like somewhere between 20 and 30 people working in the office,
Mm-hmm.
and now there's like 10 to 15.
Yeah.
So it's been
Is there any
halved.
reason that you couldn't work from home?
I mean, at this point, not really, but everybody else works from home now, and even though phone calls that come into the business
Mm-hmm.
still go to everybody's phone, not just my direct line, but now the cell phones of the guys working from home. It used to not be that way,
Okay.
which is why I had to
So-
stay behind.
Can you request to work from home?
Just let them
They're
know.
not going to.
Just honestly
Yes.
let them know that your PC can run those spreadsheets at like 900 to 1,000 frames per second. Like you can be editing Excel spreadsheets on that 3080 faster than anyone out there.
Yeah, you have.
Like everyone's on these like Dell like business laptops, and you're sitting there, you're like banging rigged with dual monitors.
Got your
and
your RGB setup. Just
We
take a
all-
picture of your setup.
We
to
all,
your boss,
we all
be
got
like,
those desktops that are like the size of this iPad.
Jesus Christ. With the mini desktops that have like no cooling, that thermal throttle when you turn them on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, for me, like,
I mean, you guys finally have like a mask mandate, right?
yeah, we did.
I guess that was after DeWine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Brian,
at the start.
Brian, come at me. You won't. You won't do it. Want to get banned from chat? Oh,
You'll get-
no, he's
you'll
spelling
get
out
banned
word
from
by
chat.
word. Oh, he's breaking the system. Okay.
Nice.
Breaking
Fine.
the
I did
terms of
say
service.
a bad word apparently.
All right, let's see. I don't know exactly how to time him out.
Context of a story.
Time them out.
Is that 1 minute right there?
That's 1 second.
Okay, timeout. Is that 10 minutes or 1 minute?
Yeah, that's 10 minutes.
Okay.
There you go. So Will, how has your job been affected by the quarantine?
I mean, what were you doing beforehand?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm still working at PetSmart.
I mean, how did that work?
Was it just pretty much like just masks and?
Dude, like, I was like retail's like by far the worst thing for
Yeah.
this. Because, just working and kind of not knowing what's next is kind of like terrifying just because.
Hyper cleaning, I imagine.
No.
Yeah.
Like, no. They, like, just retail in general. I saw a meme the other day, or actually before I came here, it was like, where like the dude's like drifting off of the interstate.
Yeah.
It's like the one side, like the straight way on the interstate is like PPE, social distancing, all the like COVID stuff, and then skirting to the side was corporate profits, and it just had PetSmart written on the car. And so like that's kind of what it was. Like PetSmart made so much money. Like people don't understand how much like the company was up like $20 million. Just like
I imagine
sales, like wicked.
Because everybody's getting pets, everyone's lonely, and needs a little attachment.
Exactly. Like the good things of it came like extreme, a much higher amount of adoptions and things like that came out of the pandemic, but just it was kind of terrible just working in retail because you get the inconsiderate people that are like, oh, I don't need to wear a mask because
wearing the mask like below their nose or just not wearing it at all. Do you kick out people for not wearing masks?
So that's a funny thing. PetSmart requires masks in stores, but if you kick someone out for not wearing a mask, you can get fired.
Really?
There was someone in Michigan that actually got fired for it and was suing the company for wrongful termination. So they say it's required, but if you want to go to PetSmart without a mask, then they can't do anything about it. Wow. So I kind of feel bad for kicking Brian out. Where do I go? Where do I go back? I'm pretty sure he's still in. I just think he's still in. He's just timed out of chat.
Nice.
Can I go in and untime him out? I could ban him.
Untime out. There it is.
I could ban him.
Let's not. We're just now getting started.
All right, Brian, if you do that again.
That was your warning. I feel like for my job...
aren't masks mandatory? You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, PetSmart's their own freaking country, so they do whatever the hell they want. So, I mean, I'm no longer there as of Tuesday I left. So, starting tomorrow, I'll be working at Micro Center. So I'll be able to, they are not taking any chances with this stuff, which is very, very nice. They've got temperature checks for every single associate walking in. They've got a whole health assessment you've got to pass to be able to get in. If you have like a mild headache, you're not getting in. Yeah. You're quarantining for 10 days.
I was out there in the wee hours of the morning. Like a couple of mornings, and I saw them temp screening everybody. So I was waiting to get my card.
Yeah, you stole Christmas away from some kid.
I
out
did
there.
not steal.
What kid? Christmas.
What kid is like, for Christmas, I want this $800
16-year-old
video
kid.
card.
Yeah, there's one
You
called.
think-
16-year-old kid, who lives in Mason, yeah.
Hey, you think I give a shit what a 16-year-old kid feels?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Gabo just brought up another really good point. Like, the fact that I have not seen one single cop since, like, maybe May. Like, that might have been the soonest. No cops wear them. And it's required.
It's like, is it a fucking choice?
This is your fault.
I agree with Gabo.
He doesn't apply. He's not like a road person.
He's in an office space, though.
Yeah, okay.
He's in
He
an
should
office
probably
space,
be wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just told that we.
I have to wear a mask for my job, obviously, and glove up.
Yeah, are we
A lot of hand sanitizer.
category?
I hope that
Is there talk shows?
sometimes customers wear masks near me, but they're in the comfort of their own home, so they feel invincible.
Oh, okay. I guess we were in the wrong category. Okay, we're going into talk shows and podcasts now. So
What
thank you.
category were we in?
Thank you, by the way, for that tip. Yeah, we were in just chatting, but now there's Cat for podcasts and talk shows.
Nice.
Which we will now be streaming on from now on. So, I mean, we timed out Brian. Brian's being probably triggered right now, and he doesn't want to drop that follow, which he should. God, next time, don't call me a S word. So you can't say it on Twitch anymore.
Hey, I did say an alleged bad word.
What was the alleged bad word?
I said the V word.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They're gonna scrub through a 2-hour-long podcast, but
Oh, my God.
We don't have enough viewers yet.
yeah,
You're blue collar. It's acceptable.
exactly.
So, what company are we going to S-word for until they give us money?
God, we're really going to send for Arby's.
Hey, those Euros, boys, pretty good. Have y'all seen the Arby's menu? I mean,
You seen the Arby's menu board thing on TikTok where they're now like trying to get this? Or the guy bought the TV for like super cheap on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something.
TV for $25 and it's an Arby's menu.
And they made a whole menu a whole menu thing about the missing menu board. And now people just send him like signs, like in the mail. They send him a bunch of signs for that they've stolen from restaurants. They just send them in the mail to this guy.
jeez.
And yeah, they had like a whole like missing menu meal that they put on. It's like the funniest thing.
That's awesome.
The whole course of events that happened with the missing menu.
I don't know,
Okay.
Arby's is pretty good.
Various companies that we can try to whore out for so that they sponsor us. Arby's, Wendy's.
Hey, we all have facial hair and we all have assumedly some body hair. So I mean, I could use a Manscaped.
Could use some Manscaped stuff.
Manscaped, hit us up.
Hey, we love Cyberpunk. We love CD Projekt Red.
What was the other one?
I started playing Gwent the other day.
Roman's wipes.
Hey.
Can't say those words
Last
in the chat.
longer. Can't say
Can't
what
say those
words.
words in the chat.
What words?
Yeah, we did say that. We were talking shit about Twitch before we started streaming today.
Can you not chat those words either? Like, can't type them out.
I mean,
We can't control our audience.
Well, I mean, as a user, you can get banned from the chat.
yeah, like I could go
That's
in.
interesting.
I could go in right now and like I gotta permaban Brian. Like as much as I want to do that, I'm not going.
Yeah, you never hear the
No,
end of that.
Brian's a good punching bag for us. It's a quality.
Love you,
punching
Brian.
bag, even though you're a ricer. Yeah. I'm waiting for Brian to just go like picket outside, put up a picket line outside of Twitch and just say like put ricer under the ban terms.
Ooh, you can get banned for not moderating the chat properly.
Does that mean that we have to delete
Shit.
that message now?
I didn't see it. I'm blind. Like I didn't see it.
And I do need to go. I just got my insurance card, so I need to go to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
Get that prescription changed.
I get a new prescription. I just got to go get the actual glasses for it.
I need LASIK.
This is
Why
fresh.
is it expensive?
Warby Parker is one of those.
Warby Parker, sponsor us.
Yes.
I'll write you know, any company that ever ends up sponsoring this show, I'll write a jingle. I'll write a jingle on the spot.
Are we gonna...
I mean, they'll just send us an ad read and we have to like haphazardly read it.
Yeah, that's a good point with the whole like banning and moderating and stuff like that. Like if it's extreme bullying and things like that, which are those words?
We would have to be flagged so many times.
Yeah, like are those even really terms that anyone at this level are gonna really give a shit about?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I'm out here calling Jacob a bunch of like mean names, which I'm not gonna say on stream, but like, and obviously be bannable. But I think we're safe with Brian being a little bitch. I like how it says in seconds right there, like the brain 1 is timed out for 600 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Like if you like spam the shit out of any word, you're gonna get flagged. Like if you're saying McRib like 50 times, or like you're going Mr. Beast. I just said McBeast.
McBeast.
No, if you're going like Mr. Beast and like saying the same word like 100,000 times or something like that, then like I'd probably flag you. Nut. All right, Jacob. I didn't want to have to come to this, but like we're gonna have to cancel you.
I think it's time to mute his mic.
Shit. I don't have to do this.
Don't mute me.
Come on, Jacob.
Hey. Will has the power.
I got the power.
Hello?
He has the high ground.
Yeah, they're just your signal's just feeding off of ours.
You cannot censor me.
Got the chloroform.
Can you turn my microphone back on?
Happy.
Yes. Are there any other topics we want to cover tonight?
We'll probably do it in the future, Gabbo, but we just figure it's easier to live stream at the moment. Video editing is a lot of work.
We're recording this.
Yeah, we recorded this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
we're
it's
probably
actually being recorded. We could
Okay, so
post
we
it
could-
to
yeah.
YouTube later.
Yeah, so what I was thinking is mostly with, obviously this is the first week. This was very like
And it'll
thrown
still be
together.
video archived on Twitch, right?
I don't know how to do that.
It'll be the first thing people see. We have to reach like a certain level of verification.
I think it's 50 followers for something like that.
Yeah.
Well, time to make 50 spam accounts.
No, you can actually get like fucked by Twitch for that one.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys
that
haven't
makes
dropped a
sense.
follow and you kind of want to see this next week, or we're planning on doing Thursdays between 8 and 10 every single week, just in that time frame. Usually it doesn't really interfere with anything besides football.
Which is a damn shame.
I mean, who wouldn't want to skip football? Just, oh shit.
Represent.
You see?
Season
Do you
restarts
see what
every week.
Do you see what we have to put up with? What I have to live with?
Oh, boo-hoo.
I have to
Lose
live with
Joe Burrow and you
fan.
lose all your hopes and dreams.
There's
One
even-
man can't be your team.
You know, I love Joey B, but even with him, Bengals' hopes have been dashed for years now.
Well, yeah, I mean, Cincinnati, both baseball and football, have the record of going with the longest streak of not winning a playoff game.
See, I think we
Pathetic.
need to have an offensive line that's not actively trying to murder our rookie quarterback. Like that's what this whole season's been, just
Yeah.
like nothing but him
His
actively trying to murder this guy. And
Yeah.
it's like it was an injuries bound.
The weird thing is, like I think they've changed up the coaches. They've like brought in new guys. Like it's just
I just burped my crib, bro.
they do
That's terrible.
delicious. Taste it again.
No, I don't want to taste it again. All right. Jesus Christ. No, I feel. Speaking of speed runs, have you seen that new, just like stupid indie game that came out called Mr. Krabs Odie's? Ketamine?
I've seen
Yeah.
like clips of it on TikTok.
I
It's
saw-
so bad. There's like a 20-second or like a 19-second speed run that Moist Critical was doing yesterday. And it's like the dumbest thing. It's the stupidest game, but you go around and you collect bottles of ketamine, and Mr. Krabs takes it. It completely bores everything. Then you have to go fight plankton. And like the whole game, if you're efficient with it, can take like 5 minutes. But he was trying to run it in like 20 seconds.
Damn.
Oh.
I'd imagine
True.
crab on ketamine.
Most impressive speedrun I saw was of Breath of the Wild. You can just skip everything, go to the Ganondorf last boss naked and with a stick, kill him.
Speedrunning Minecraft's been a huge thing lately.
Like fighting the dragon or
Yeah,
something.
XQC, Tfue, like all these giant streamers have been just
So
like
Minecraft's
speedrunning
still
the game.
like big.
Yeah, because they just brought they didn't just bring it, but they brought the RTX on thing, so like it's a completely different game.
Cool. Yeah, because
There's
I
a
know
lot
like for PC at least, like there's been some like texture mods that make it visually a little bit more appealing. I like the blocky style. It's like Legos, but I don't know.
Who is this? Twitchy Toe 69.
Ooh.
Nice.
Who's Forsen? I might be like really unhinged for saying that, but like I have no idea who Forsen is. And yes, we do read chat unless it's gonna be like terrible.
Yeah.
Don't know what's. I'm afraid of what's coming now.
And we just need Mikey in here like modding all this stuff so we don't have like Brian incidents. Is he still in here? Like,
Mikey?
No, Brian. Am I gonna have to like drive up to? Damn it, Brian's not here anymore.
Aw, boo.
Shit, I'm gonna have to drive up to Indy.
Hey, we are up to 7 viewers though. That's the highest count I've seen all night.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
We've had 10 total. We're actually up to 10 followers for first night.
Hey, thank you
Go.
guys. We really appreciate that.
That's awesome. Obviously, this is the first week, so
Yeah.
more to come. Better set. Hopefully, we're gonna try out some new stuff.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, get Ethernet so we're not as buggy with internet. Like that was.
Yeah, we can hardwire because it's right over there.
25-foot Ethernet cable from the router over to the computer.
Yeah.
I
think
just
we can have the wall in the backdrop too.
Yeah, we're just gonna continue to kind of make things a lot better. That way, obviously, it's more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, we'll come up with segments and obviously weekly talking points, weekly discussions of me shitting on the city of Cincinnati.
Yeah, I can actually drop a Discord invite link in because I don't have any bots set up.
I've just made it official.
We'll,
I've just made it official. We now have a Twitter account. You can follow us on Twitter as well at HuddleForWarmth.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop an invite link just directly into chat.
Shout out Twitchy Toe.
Which guy on the right? I followed because the guy on the right is cute. I don't know which one of us that is. Is that you or me? I think that's me, isn't it?
Shit, that means it's definitely
Shucks.
Shit, that means
Yeah,
it's
you are,
definitely
yeah.
not me.
Shucks.
Shit.
Damn.
asshole.
These are through.
I am an ugly fuck, it's fine, but Jesse.
No, see,
all
you
three?
specified-
Yeah,
They
yeah,
specify
yeah.
all three of us. We're some sexy
Mm.
fuckers.
Shit, Jesse's gonna be like coming over here and beat the shit out of me. Alright, so this is the Discord
I
link.
am curious on which right though. There's too many rights.
So if you guys want to save that Discord link, it'll take you to a direct to a podcast Discord. Or if you guys have any ideas or ways that we can improve the podcast, we actually already have one person that just joined. So if you guys want to join that up, and that way we can get some ideas, this is obviously still very new. So we'll go ahead and get like topic sub, text channel. We'll do just a bunch of different channels. That way we can kind of get better ideas on what everyone wants to see and what everyone feels about what we can improve.
Yeah, we're kind of flying by.
Give
the
us all
seat
the
of our
feedback,
pants
you
right
know.
now.
Yeah, so is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before we kind of peace out?
Follow me on Twitter at @thatsnowbear. Follow the podcast at HuddleForWarmth. Just added onto Twitter. Brand new.
Alright, then, I mean, I can drop my Twitter real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. If y'all got any socials you want people to follow, drop them.
I mean, just my Twitter's going to be Will_Nordgren. And that's my Twitter. And then if you want to drop my Insta, it is William_Nordgren.
I don't have Twitter. I just have an Instagram. It's JoshyP709, and it's with a JOSHYP709
Also,
on Instagram.
we are long dong silvers, yes. Thank you for asking.
Alright.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in this week. We'll be back at it next week around 8 o'clock. It'll be that'll be Christmas Eve. You doing a Christmas Eve stream? Let's do it.
I can't. We might have to do it Wednesday.
Yeah, I could do Wednesday.
All right, I'll see what I'm working, but we might have to move things around. We'll drop
We'll drop
announcements
information
on
out.
Twitter and
Picked
as well
like
as
the
Discord.
worst time to get started.
Week
Yeah.
before Christmas.
We'll go ahead and play our outro real quick, and then we'll see you guys next week.
I love each and every single one of you.
All right, peace.
Huddle for warmth. Let's gather around the campfire. We'll sing our favorite songs. Talk about whatever comes to mind. Huddle for warmth. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And when we feel like we're done talking, the podcast will be done.